Hey, this is Mr. Coker with Foundations of Algebra Lesson 33, Estimating Square Roots. So, estimating square roots is a concept that seems difficult, but when you get used to it, you'll see it's actually pretty simple. So, the first and most important part of this concept is making sure that you know your perfect squares. Now, on this board, I put up 1 through 10 and their corresponding perfect squares. So, we're going to, as my example, going to use the number 19. So we're going to estimate the decimal version of square root of 19. Of course, with a calculator, you could find the exact answer, but you can actually come pretty close doing it this way. So, the first thing is we want to look at our list of square roots and find a square root. We want to find the closest square root below our number, or closest perfect square root below our number, and the closest perfect square root above our number. So we have the square root of 19, and I've already written the two closest numbers, which are square root of 16, which equals 4, and square root of 25, which of course equals 5. This is important to know in a minute when we get our estimation. So, on the number line down here, I put square root of 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25. And you can see 19 is, of course, directly in between those. So this is where, when we're estimating, we need to know what the square root of 16 is. So it's 4. We know that our answer is going to fall between 4 and 5. It will be 4 point something. So we're going to look at the square root that's closest on the lower side of square root of 19. Of course, again, it's 16. Look at its corresponding perfect square, and we know our number starts with 4. It'll be 4 point something. But first, we're going to find a fraction. Finding the fraction is really easy. We're going to take, as our numerator, we're going to take the number that we have, 19, the number we're given, and we're going to subtract the smaller of the perfect squares, which is 16. As a denominator, we're going to take the larger of the perfect squares, 25, and subtract 16, the smaller of the perfect squares. Of course, 19 minus 16 is 3. 25 minus 19 is 9. So we have 4 3/9, written as a mixed number. Now, to check this, you could do it a couple of ways. You could put it in a calculator and see if it's close, but of course that won't give you necessarily give you the exact confirmation. You can also look at the number line, and if we look at the number line, we see that the whole area we have between 16 and 25 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 total numbers, and our total, not our total, but our part, the numerator, is 16 to 9. 1, 2, 3. And that's where we get the 3 out of 9. Now, estimating square root problems, they'll ask you to find a decimal. So, our answer is actually going to be 4 point, and we can do 3 divided by 9. Now we won't do round this number because again we're estimating, and if you put 3 divided by 9 in the calculator, you're going to get 0.33333333 repeating. So I'm going to estimate that and round it to 2 decimal places and get 4.33. Now you may be asked to round to different numbers of decimal places. Just follow whatever directions you're given. In this case, I'm going to just round to 2 and get approximately 4.33. You can always put that in a calculator and make sure that you're kind of in the ballpark. So that's estimating square roots. It's a very simple concept, but one that sometimes takes practice. So thanks for watching and have a good day.